what sex was like in ancient Rome. If one were to base knowledge of Roman history on film and television, it'd be easy to think the entire civilization was a giant adult get-together, interrupted by the occasional gladiator match. Sexual assault played a major role in founding Rome. In most history books, there isn't much talk about Rome in the days before it became a republic. You could consider pre-republic Rome a nation of thugs. The Stoics preferred lovemaking for social stability. The Stoics of Rome didn't really like the idea of having relations for the sake of pleasure. To them, it was an act of affection that bonded people together and kept family units stable. The Romans helped spread kissing throughout the world. According to an article in the Daily Beast, ancient Romans loved kissing, so much so that they spread the tradition throughout their empire, and, therefore, around the world. Inbreeding was relatively common. While it wasn't particularly widespread and was frowned upon, incest did exist in ancient Rome. Typically, those involved were ones who could get away with it, like powerful political figures. There were divine virgins. A cornerstone of faith during the pagan days of Rome, Vestal virgins tended to the temple of Vesta, goddess of the hearth. They were divine overseers of Rome's security under the eyes of the gods, and there were 6 of them at all times. Soldiers were legally permitted to force unwilling partners. Assaulting a free-born woman in Rome could get you into a lot of trouble. But in the earlier days of Rome, you could do just about anything to a slave without anyone so much as batting an eye. When armies campaigned in foreign lands, soldiers were paid through plunder, which meant that in lieu of currency, they could claim anything found in conquered lands. This included precious metals, food, art, and people. Some emperors were total deviants. When you wield enough power to do whatever you want, mostly without consequence, it can lead to some of the craziest, most depraved acts the human mind can conjure. Prostitution was totally legal. The Romans were all about the deed in every form, so people selling themselves didn't really bother them. Most of the time, the workers were slaves or freed women. However, there were free-born, high-class, very beautiful courtesans active in Roman life.